What's up, guys? Today G37 oil change, Megan lowering springs. So here you can see cars up on these Rhino ramps. I got them on Amazon. If you're gonna want to come under, oil filters right there. I mean, we're right at the front of the car. So right at the front of the car, oil filters right there. And just a little further back, oil drain plug is right there. You can see it. So we're just gonna loosen that up, drop her into the pan. Alright, so loosened it up with this 14 mil breaker bar right here. I've got a 9/16 normal one. Doesn't really matter. Not gonna strip the drain plug. You're not tight enough anyway. So you're just gonna loosen it up. Make sure the wrench is on the right way. All right, so now's the tricky part. So I'll get you guys right up under here. So as you can see, you might be able to see it. Might be a little easier if I go like this. You can see right there, that's the drain plug. It's usually the one kind of covered in oil like that. So it's completely loose right now. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab it with your hand. Make sure the oil pan is, because it's gonna shoot out, right? So it's gonna go that way and down. So make sure the oil pan's ready for that, and then slowly move it back towards the drain plug once it starts losing oil pressure. One easy tip is to have your oil cap off. So there's no oil cap, just set it on the workbench. Everything else can stay on though, just no oil cap. Lets the air go down into the engine better. All right, let's get cracking. Set you guys up like that. That'll be a little bit of a better view for you. Yep, you can see a little better now. That's gonna be really hot. Okay. All right, what's up, guys? I'm back. Just got a set of garden gloves, nice thick rubber. So we're just gonna. There she is. Oil's real hot, so I'm gonna take this glove off. All right, so you'll notice it's a little, just gotta move it a little bit. Perfect. All right, got a little on the floor. That's all right, we'll mop that up later. I'll show you guys how. I'm back, by the way. These cars hold about 5.3 quarts according to the log, so that should be about as much as you can expect to put in it. So now is the long draining part. Not really much is going to come out at this point. Just get my hand a little clean so I can pick you guys up. All right, so at this point, this is what it looks like. This is what the little trim looks like. It's just kind of dripping slowly. So once that's done, we'll get this oil filter right here. This oil filter, that just lefty loosey. So I'll cut to when that's done. All right, guys, I'm back. Looking about good. You can see there's just, I don't even know if you can see it. Yeah, probably can't even notice it. There's just a tiny, you can hear it a little, tiny little drop left. So that's just about good. So what you're gonna do, pack of these on Amazon, crush oil washers, like $4 for, I don't know, 10. So you're just gonna grab one out and I'll cut when I'm done with that. All right, here it is. So what's gonna happen is basically, imagine this is the drain hole. You're gonna set it in like that. Bolt's gonna go into here. It's gonna crush this gasket and create a seal. You have to reuse one of these every time you do the oil change. So you'll just grab your drain plug, which is right here. And so your drain plug's like this. It'll sit, you can see one's on there already. So you'll have to just take a little pick, get that off. You'll just put it on like that and you'll be good. The old gasket off. So what we're gonna do, gonna drop it on with the, let's see if it'll focus. The big side right there is gonna go onto the bolt like that. Or actually, I think we'll just put it in the drain plug. So it'll go in the hole like that, and then the plug here will just screw into it. So let's get that done. All right, guys, what I ended up doing, I just screwed the crush gasket onto the bolt, make it a lot easier. Use these towels here, these Scott shop towels, really good for oil, really absorbent. We'll clean this stuff off the floor later. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna hop under here. This car's really low, so it's tricky to get both arms. Come on now. There we go. All right, she's on. So now what we're gonna do, grab our ratchet wrench. We're gonna tighten her down. All right, so it should be flush. It should just be hand tight. Don't over tighten it once it gets too hard to tighten, because the crush gasket obviously has to crush. So that'll take a little time. So I'd say a couple more turns for me. Yep, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good right now. I'll give it a little breaker bar action just to kind of make sure. Remember, guys, don't over tighten it, okay? Please don't over tighten it. That looks good. Just a couple clicks with the breaker bar. All right. So now comes the easy part. That was the hard part we just did. So that's all done. Remember, guys, we gotta do the oil filter here. So that'll be the same as doing the oil, just a lot less mess. As you can see, I have a full pan. Some on the floor. No problem at all. Concrete floors. Swiss tracks might be a little different if you have that, but guessing you probably don't have that. Or if you do, you have a lift. So, set you guys here. Just remember, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty with the oil filter. Really straightforward with the oil filter here. Nothing crazy at all. Should take me a couple minutes. Just want to kind of get it in the middle. That's hot, so I'm going to grab my glove again. Got the good old garden gloves back on. Nice rubber hand. Good protection, warm stuff, not hot though, it might melt it. So you're just going to position the oil pan so it's underneath. Should just be hand tight. And then it should just drip right down. Kind of hold it on, don't fully take it off yet. Just to let some of the oil, there'll be a little oil in there, not too much. Just to let kind of the oil drain down. There you go, just slowly open it. And then when you take it off, you want to make it so that the hole is up, so that you're holding oil in it like a cup. Remember, guys, just lefty-loosey. There we go. There she goes. She's coming out. Some nice dirty oil. She's ready to be changed for sure. Yes, sir. Alright, so she's just going to drip in there. Alright, so we got the old filter here. You can see there's still some oil on it. You want to keep this out, okay? Just don't throw it away yet. You can throw everything away at once. So just keep that out. Park it right there. I'll let the oil just drip down. So now I'm gonna get the new filter and I'll be back. All right, guys, so that one's the Bosch 3300. I'm just changing it to a Mobile 1 on sale at AutoZone, wherever. I don't even remember where I got this. I think it was AutoZone. It says 20,000 miles. I wouldn't do that. I just get a new filter. This one's like 15 bucks. This one, which is the recommended one on all the forums, $5. Get on Amazon, wherever you can get it. It's the Bosch 3300 premium oil filter. This one is the Mobile 1 M108A. You can see it right there. So what you're going to want to do is, when you have this out like this, you don't want to put it on yet because this gasket will leak. So what you're going to do is grab your oil and wait. Don't put really hot oil on it, obviously, but you're just gonna take your finger, dip it in some oil. It's gonna be pretty warm, and you're just gonna rub it around the gasket. Wet the gasket, don't soak it. Obviously, it's old oil. You're just using it to help that seal. So it should be wet like that, just a little wet, a little shiny, nothing crazy. I'm just gonna give it a once over. A little more never hurt. All right, so she's all set. So we're just gonna move the oil out of the way. Not gonna need that for a little bit. So then now what we're gonna do, we're gonna just wipe up the floor real quick so I'm not laying in oil in this shit. All right, I'll bring the flashlight. Alrighty, so you see up there, that's where I took it off right there. So that thread is going to go into the top of this, into that thread right there that you can see. So all I'm gonna do, make this go up so you guys can see just a little bit. I just have a normal flashlight. I'm just gonna thread her on. Make sure it's easy to thread on, guys. If you cross thread this, you're gonna have a pain getting it out. So she's on, but she's not tight. So my recommendation, again, hand tight. You want to be able to take this off next time you do the oil change. So there you go, just hand tight. Nothing moving, not even moving either way without a lot of force. Perfect, perfect. So now you guys are all set. You got your oil drain plug, you got your oil filter, and you're ready to put in some oil. All right, guys, so you grabbed your funnel. I got this with 2 other ones on Amazon for $5 again. Again, you don't need anything fancy. Throw that right there. And then what you're gonna do, again, this takes 5.3 quarts, okay? So what you're gonna do, very simple, okay? So this, I have another bottle from when I filled it because these cars burn oil. So about one full of these. I have another one down there. So you're gonna take about this whole one and then about half of that other one, and you're just gonna fill it. You're gonna go slow because the oil will fill up. You don't want to go crazy. All right, I just poured this first jug in. So now what you're gonna want to do, check down here, make sure there are no big leaks. Yep, we sealed everything up perfectly. So that's 1 jug in. So now we're gonna do so this jug, this is brand new open, so we're gonna go to about halfway on this one just to be safe. We don't want to overfill again, guys. These take 5.3 quarts. One of these is 5 quarts. So we're just going to be safe. We don't want to risk anything. We don't want to risk overfilling it. So let's get to that. All right, guys, so that's half around the second jug, around half. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take all this stuff out, put the oil cap back in, and we're going to check to see how much we put, if that was enough or not. All right, guys, oil cap's back on. Now we can shut the hood, or we'll just shut it to here. No need to fully shut it if you're just backing up. So now you're gonna back off the ramps. I have an all-wheel drive, so it's really easy to get up on the ramps. So what you're gonna do, make sure you have the key first. Got the key. So now we're just gonna hop in. Foot on the brake. You know the drill. Start it. You notice I have my parking brake on for obvious reasons. So we're gonna turn that off, and we're just gonna slowly back off. We're just gonna slowly back off the ramps, guys. Take it easy. All right, we're off. Perfect. So now we're just gonna back into your driveway or wherever. Just back away so you can clean the oil up. Perfect. All right, now we're just gonna let the car run for 10 minutes maybe, just to get the oil circulated, and then we're just gonna leave it running. You can pop the hood, just let it run, get the oil circulated, and then this dipstick will come and play later. But right now we have to worry about this oil mess. Really easy to clean up, guys. These towels right here, super easy. There's like 2 of them. You can see how much they already cleaned up. So I'll come back when that's cleaned up and I'll be back. All right, guys, we're all cleaned up. That's just all water, so that's fine. Oil's all wiped up. I'll just put the towels in a plastic bag. All right, guys, we're all cleaned up. So oil should stay out. You're gonna put that back in the old container. That'll just wait for now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab preferably like a reusable towel instead of a disposable one. Just, you know, save that stuff. So now what we're gonna do is you're gonna pull this dipstick out. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Pull it out, and then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab it like this, wipe it off like that, so that you can get all the old oil off. then back in it goes. You're gonna click it down, it'll click like that, see how it's secure. Then we're just gonna wait. It got all the old oil off. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop it out and we're gonna check. So that didn't work, so we just gotta wait, try it again, add a little more oil maybe, and I'll be back. All right, so there wasn't quite enough oil in there, no problem. We'll just add a little more. It was showing up just barely on the dipstick, so got your funnel, got your new can of oil. Sorry, the funnel's kind of covering the camera. That's okay though. Pop your funnel back in, make sure it's in the hole. Perfect, turn it, and we'll just pour a little more in. All right, so pulled it off. We're gonna check it, oil level. I'll bring it into the light so you can see it a little better. But basically, you know what I'm talking about when you see it. The oil line will be between those two dots. You can see it right there. It's in between those two dots. That means you have plenty of oil. Anything above or below is not enough oil. So we'll put that back in, and we are ready to start. We are ready to start the disposing of the oil. Another really easy step. So in total, we used half the bottle and then almost this full bottle here. So that's left. So that'll be if we need to top off the rest of the oil next time maybe. So we're just gonna start this here, and I'm gonna clean up, and I'll be back. All right, we're back. So we've got the empty bottle here that we fully used. And we got our oil pan. Most oil pans will have a little, either this. I'm just doing this so it's easier to take the auto store. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna basically pour it into the funnel that's in the bottle. And here it goes. All right, so now we've got our oil drain pan. That's a little dirty, so we're just gonna clean that up. Throw the funnel in here. Should be about full. This jug should be about full. Let's see. Yep, about full. You can see it's real thick and gross. It's not real nice like the old stuff. So you're just gonna make sure this cap is really tight. You don't want it spilling in your car. It'd be a nightmare. So just gonna do that and then wipe this out and you'll be set. All right, guys, we got our old oil bottled up here. So I made sure to call AutoZone. Always call them. The oil tank might be full. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna load the oil into the trunk. I guess I'm gonna put it in the rear footwell here. Just gonna pop it in there. All right, guys, now that we're in the car, what you're gonna wanna do, make sure your lights are on, obviously. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click info right here, and you're going on to maintenance. And then what you're gonna do, engine oil, reset distance. I have it at 5,000, go back, oil filter, also reset that. You can change the interval, reset distance. So now in 5,000 miles from now, a little thing's gonna pop up and it'll say, there'll be an oil light and then an oil filter thing that'll come up, and then you'll just know when to do it, so you don't have to worry about looking at the odometer. So yeah, so just make sure to do that, reset your time, and then I'll meet you at AutoZone. All right, so we're in the back of AutoZone. So what we're gonna do, just take the oil, dump it into this here hole, and that's it. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining.